The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. UFO Fev in the building. My guy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I like how you started
how
the
we do.
freestyle with your name.
Yeah.
You have to let people know.
Gotta start it off like that. We gotta, because a lot of, like we were discussing off camera, you might say it, but then it reverts back, messes with your mind kind of thing, because some people's reading it or used to saying something. But yeah, it's Fev, not Fev.
How? And you've been getting this your whole career.
My whole joint, man, everybody. But it's funny because if you seen like Fever, you're gonna say it fever. You won't say fever. You feel me? So the fact that you seeing Fev, I always thought people would initiate it, but it's so far in the head because you don't see the ER to make it that.
I think it's. I think it's been like proven that people aren't that smart. You know what I'm saying?
You said it to him, but I co-sign. I'm with you.
I'll even give myself that. Like it's like I'm sure at one point I probably thought like UFO Fev in my head before before I got to finally meet you. But
it's all good. It's all love. As long as they saying it, as long as they just going around, the UFO is there. There's only one with that UFO there, so we good.
And if you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But how you been lately?
I'm blessed, my brother. Thank you for having me, man. I'm so humbled by the coming here, seeing everything. It looked crazy, man. You bodied this, so much love, man.
Oh, thank you, man. You've been you were very busy last year.
Yeah, and the year before it,
and the year before that. You've always been like very consistent with dropping mad projects.
The last 2 years, man. We right before COVID, I had a plan, and COVID hit, and then it was just like, all right, let's just go. Everything was ready. You know what I'm saying? So, but before COVID, man, when I was thinking about releasing a lot of music, people wouldn't understand. It didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? They were looking at it like, you gonna drop how many? It's like, all right. But once COVID hit, and I guess more of their favorite artists or the underground started booming with a lot of artists producing projects on a consistent basis. Yeah. Or even some of the upper tier underground mainstream artists,
like Benny and so on.
Yeah, the Currencies and you know what I'm saying? They stay dropping projects at a high clip. So, one of my new favorite artists, Source Walka, I'm always in tune with him, and he's always, inspiring me. Shout out to Big Trill and how they hustle. So I'm always like a fan of like how the South produces their work and how they move, and the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? The East Coast, we're a little more lethargic, and we like to give it away for free, and, that's why a lot of people are afraid of hard work. But other places, you see the fruits of their labor. So it don't look like hard work. It look like they eating. You know what I'm saying?
Why is Sauce Walka your favorite artist? Or your new favorite artist?
I've been on to him since like 2019 type vibe, and I don't know. I just like he did a video one time where he was in front of Radio City Music, and that's the first vid I seen with him, and he had like the red flags on, and they were just like, you could tell they were from somewhere else, but they were here. Like, and for me, I'm always New York. I'm everything New York to represent. So anybody showing love to New York or like emulating New York style in this time where it's not really popular and we kind of like frowned upon or looked down upon in some people's eyes, not in everybody's eyes, but a small few.
I think in the kids' eyes, we're looked highly upon because all of our dances and all that cultural stuff is everywhere. But I guess like if you look at older generations, they might be frowning down upon certain things
somewhere down the line,
somewhere that what we do. But that's every generation.
Exactly.
So the last generation always doesn't like what this generation is doing, and then this generation ain't gonna like what the next one is doing.
Right. So I try not to have no emotion. I just try to be transparent. I got kids, you know what I'm saying? I got an 8-year-old daughter. Okay. So I try to like listen to her music, you know what I'm saying, and try not to outdate myself where, because I'm in tune with her class and her what's going on around her. So the boys around her, I try to be cool. So like the young guys, the little 8-year-olds think I'm cool, you know what I'm saying, all the way up. So what got me in the Source was that when I saw him just showing love to New York. And like I said, that really like some you don't see often from people outside of New York too much in the music. They might like our style, the way we dress or something, but like they don't necessarily rap like us or stuff. So I just started digging into the music after that, twin, and I rock with the hustle. Then I got to meet Big Trill through, you know, Fat Joe and stuff. I met Big Trill and, you know, a few people around them, and I understood how they moving, so I gave it up. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Shout out Sauce Walk. I fuck with Sauce Walk.
Definitely.
What type of music is your daughter listening to that you're like, all right, I'm trying to keep in tune, keep in touch?
Man, she listens to everything. Sometimes I'll be wondering where she listening to music, because she like knows the words to every song. It's like I'll be so amazed, man. So she's listening to, you know, like not the rapper Benny, but the singer Benny. There's a
Benny Blanco?
Yeah, Benny Blanco.
Yeah, Benny Blanco.
She's listening to Billie Eilish. She loves like you know, the Wednesday thing going viral, the dancing like Wednesday and all that. She's listening to Lady Gaga now because of that. So, but when it comes to hip hop, she loves Biz Markie.
Really?
You know? Word. She loves Friend, because that's like the first song that really like, she asked me to run it back for her. Like, Dad, what is he talking about? Like, is a story? So I'm like, yeah. So that's like her favorite song ever, man.
Wow, an 8-year-old loving Biz Markie is
she
crazy.
loves Friends, man. But she loves like Bad Bunny.
Of course.
She loves Bad Bunny Twin. She loves Alicia Myers, Luther Vandross. She's a little eclectic because I play everything in the crib. So that's why I'm saying I'll be wondering how she knows so much, Twin, because a new song, I use the music choice at home a lot on the TV, you feel me? So a new song will come on and she'll be knowing it, and I'm like, man, so I try to keep up with her. And she's like my judge when it comes to, like, is that hot, baby? You like that? She be like, yeah, it's cool. And I'll be like, all right, we good. You know what I'm saying? So if she don't jack it or she can't dance to it, then, you know, it's not hot.
She's fake like your secret weapon now, too.
That's a fact, Twin.
So when you put out like the Blood on the Bills project, did she listen to the whole thing beforehand?
She listens to certain songs. I pick and choose. I let her listen to some, and then, you know, because a little other content might go over her head. She don't know about drugs or nothing like that.
Right.
Yet, you feel me, Twin? So I don't be trying to influence her on that. But I got a 3-year-old, right? A girl as well. She's the tough one, Twin. She's like, she's with all the rap. She wants to know what's going on. She's a baby, but she's very mature. She could talk, and she likes hip hop, Twin. She loves it. When I put it on, like the hard stuff, the Benny or me or anything else, she's like, yeah, she rocks with it. But my other one, she's more like conservative, Twin. So I'll play her some of the records, not everything, because like I said, I don't want to influence her too early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to get her too much
yeah,
on board.
Get her too open. Yeah,
she knows too much too early.
Yeah, so the other day I slipped up and I said something to her. I said like, oh, nah, because, you know, I don't want nobody at drugs. And she was like, she brought me back. She was like, Daddy, what are drugs?
Oh, damn.
And I was like, oh. So I kind of gave her explanation of like, you know, some not so, I ain't tell her about crystal meth and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I just pretty much told her some that people, you know, you want to stay away from, you know what I'm saying, as you get older.
Right.
So it's stuff like that I'll be having to keep track of, Twin, because I'm hood all the way around, you know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of hood tendencies, so I got to pay attention and make sure everything is good when it comes to her, because she's watching, you know what I'm saying?
You said you have hood tendencies. What hood tendencies you still have?
Well, I'm Puerto Rican from the projects. I'm from East Harlem, Twin Jefferson houses. So if you know that the projects within itself is a hood in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I got like 5 aunts, 5 uncles. They all was in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I got a young aunt that showed me about women. I got a young uncle that showed me the streets. You know, my dad was in a group called TK. It's an old freestyle group from the 80s and 90s. They were very successful in their time and their genre. And then after that, my dad was doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? My mom's did a thing. So like I never really like experienced outside life of the projects and stuff until I met my wife now, you know what I'm saying, she's from Queens. I started going to Queens, Twin. I started going downtown with her, Soho, stuff like that. But before that, it was just straight projects. And 115th and First is all I knew. So a lot of the way my grandmother raised me, stuff that I thought was normal, Twin, is really tendencies and stuff that we have in the inner city only, you know what I'm saying? Stuff I'm used to. So I still have a lot of that with me. So I call it little hood tendencies. I'll be taken back sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm teaching my 3-year-old daughter how to fight type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like for no reason, just because I be thinking like she might need it, you know, if I'm not here all the time. Might not be here forever. So gotta teach her now while I got her.
Right. Well, when I was going through, I think it was your Twitter, I was like, I saw you was up with Static recently.
Yeah, all the time.
You was tripping with Static.
Yeah, oh man. I just tripped with him at the club the other day, man. He was zoned out. He gave me some.
What he gave you?
We usually be taking shrooms. I got introduced to shrooms like maybe like a year and a half ago or something, twin. And I don't do it. I microdose, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I do it around certain people. I don't go crazy by myself or nothing like that. But if I'm in a vibe with certain people, then we'll jump on it, you know what I'm saying? But Static found out. And he was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" So we was at this Monday. He was DJing at the club. And he gave me some joints like you said, the day before, like a few days before that, we were in the studio. And he had got a boxing of he got some he had like some tablets and he had some chocolates and he got some gummies. He got all kind of different doses, twin, for microdose. So it was like a 400 milligram joint. It was like a lighter joint. So we was just trying them out, and then we was just zoned out in the studio, feeling good, making some music, vibing, talking. I get talkative, you know what I'm saying?
When you microdose?
Yeah, okay. Twin, I get like a people's person, you feel me? I'm very closed up otherwise, but when we microdosing, it's like...
Chatty.
Yeah, what's up? What you up to, man? What's going on in your life? Like, how the kids? Yeah, all that stuff, man.
Yeah, nah, everybody always... Calvin, I've told Calvin this, but like I don't think I could do shrooms.
Nah.
Like, I'm too anxious of a person.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, twin, but it's like, it kind of like, people, they different, right? I would recommend if you were gonna get into it, probably do like a chocolate or gummy or something, because that's more of a relaxing joint, you know what I'm saying? So I've done those and been like, it calms the anxiety. It's kind of like the first time I ever smoked weed. I smoke a lot of weed, twin. So like the first time I ever smoked weed, it was like kid, like mad giddy, laughing, hungry, and that's kind of like what the microdose.
Oh,
does.
for real? Okay.
Yeah, twin. So you're not gonna see nothing. That's the actual. If you eating tabs and you eating actual apes and
you
stuff,
start wilding, yeah.
Then I haven't experienced that, twin. I'm a little afraid of that. So that's why I stay at the microdosing. But other than that. Try it and, don't go too crazy. I would recommend, twin. Try a gummy or a little piece of chocolate, and it brings your body to a good vibe.
Right. So Cal just texted me, right? Cal wants to ask you a question. Come on, Cal.
What's up, Cal? It's my boy, too, man. I've known Cal a long time.
Before I forget, because I will forget it, and it'll be the end of the interview. Cal's questions.
Welcome to another episode of Cal's Questions. Today, my question for you today is, what are we going to do with our hair? Man, we got some good hair going right now, man.
That's a fact.
We got some length. It's looking good.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you get your hair looking so nice?
I usually let my lady take care of it. I also have a Miss Tina. She's like I have a braider, Michelle, right? And she braids my hair. She takes care of it whenever I need it braided. Twin, you know how it gets. Sometimes you tired of it in your face, or the ends might be uneven or something, it's thinning out, so I'll go braid it up, twin, so it could get back to its natural thing. And if it ever gets too long, like right now, it's pretty long, you know what I'm saying? It's up to my chest right now, down to my back. My daughter, she wants me to trim it because it makes it more healthy again. So my 8-year-old, she'll be like, "Dad, can you get it a little short again?" So just for the health reasons and all that stuff, I'll trim it to get back stronger. But the hairs, I've had my hair since my daughter was born. So when she came out the womb, that was like my last haircut, twin.
Really?
Yeah, I got a baby picture. We both got Caesars, me and her. You know what I'm saying?
So it's been growing ever since.
Ever since she's been there. I maybe have trimmed it a couple times just for like I said, health reasons, but keep it good. But other than that, it's rocking.
So which daughter?
Penelope, my oldest, my 8-year-old.
Your oldest, your 8-year-old.
Yep.
So you haven't cut, aside from health reasons, you haven't cut your hair in 8 years?
No, haven't touched it, haven't got it. When I do a shape up, twin, it's just my front, my beard. They don't touch nothing else, twin. Try to keep it natural. Like, I had seen what had started it, twin. I had seen the picture of my granddad from the 50s, twin, and he was so handsome. He had like nice full head of hair, twin. It wasn't long hair, but it was like, like that DA style, JR, that old school Puerto Rican DA pushback with the brush, that West Side Story kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And he was so handsome in the photo, black and white photo, man. I was like, damn, I wonder what I would, look like with long hair. And my dad used to have a good head of hair too. And my dad was in his 20s when he went, like when he shaved his hair off. Like
really?
He was,
okay.
Yeah, he might have been like 29, 30. Just went bald. Like my dad just didn't want hair no more. He just went bald. So I never really, like, most of my life is my dad bald. And I remember him with hair, but then I was like, man, I wonder what I would look like with hair. And once my daughter was born, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to cut it no more. I just let it grow ever since, twin, and it's been rocking.
That's crazy. That's dope though.
Word.
I thought about. I had my hair. My hair used to be like down to here too. At one point, it's
Nice,
like here, like right here now. It's like here-ish, but I did have it long with the slick back.
Yeah.
But I never grew out the sides.
Yeah.
Cause like I felt like
never even fully grew it out.
Yeah, cause I feel like whenever I would grow out the sides, it would all just kind of grow like
Yeah,
out.
you're
It's
gonna
like
go through those stages.
Yeah,
though,
it's like
twin.
wavy hair, but like it never like dropped. So
yeah, like mine's looks like this, and I don't know how Calvin's look on the grow neither. But I had I got pictures, twin. I had like a little fro.
Yeah.
Word, like a little like puffed up fro. It was actually an afro, and then after that it just started falling. Like after that it started growing, twin. But you definitely go through the phases, cause I was like you, twin. At first I had the top with the sides.
Yeah.
And it was growing long, and then it started like reaching back, too long. So that's the last time I trimmed it to make it even. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just let it all grow. Cause I had like a Papi Chulo look. I had the shaves. I was going through
the slick back. Yeah.
I was going through a little West Coast phase, man. I was wearing, leather jackets and Vans and stuff like that at one point, twin. So I had the head going, you know what I'm saying? And then once I let it out, it was over. I was like, oh nah. Once you get to a certain point, you wake up one morning, you so comfortable with it. You like, oh nah, this is it.
Word. I don't know if I got the patience to grow out my hair being on camera every single day.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I look crazy on camera for like 3 months straight.
But I also shout out to my man Sharp. If you see this, shout out to you, Sharp. Shout out to the shop in the Bronx, the Hut, the whole family. My barber was horrible, twin. He was a great barber, but his timing was like, he would tell me get to the barber shop because I would always go late by like 9 p.m. Because he would start late in the day. Yo, I'll pull up by 8, 9 p.m. They be like 6 people waiting. It'd be 4 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, bro. He'd be like, yo, go get some beers. Or, I'll end up talking to So once he started like, and that was towards the tail end of his run because he started telling me like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, he started investing in other companies and stuff. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, I really only want to cut a few people. Like, it is. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not even bothering no more, man. I just let my stuff grow. Yeah, that's it. It's been like that ever since, twin.
That's crazy. That's a long hair story. Damn.
Word.
Damn. Damn. Huh?
It's long hair.
Good question, Calvin.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Also, I saw you recently did some work with Cortez.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
my
Shout out my
man.
guy.
Shout out to Tez.
How do you and Tez first meet each other?
When did I first meet Tez, twin? I think I met Tez the first time. It might have been through Crisis, and if it wasn't through my brother Crisis, forgive me, Tez. Oh, I met Tez at the studio with Terminology and Static.
Okay.
That's a fact. He pulled up to Terminology studio. Neff was recording, and Tez, Short Fuse and Tez were working on something. Short Fuse is also a producer that's down with Term out of Boston and out of Lawrence, I'm sorry. Tez was recording and we met and we did a song that night. And ever since then we've been good vibes.
Been locked in.
Word, we've been locked in.
That's fire. Yeah, I love how Cortez made the transition from battle rap into rap.
That's a fact. Shout out to Crisis. He produces all his stuff, man, and Dozito. He got a few producers around him that I work with as well that are dope guys. And Cortez, man, he's just trying to get it not trying, pardon me, he's actually transitioning, like you said, from battle rap to actually putting out just fire music.
Right, facts. And with so with you were signed at one point, correct?
Yes, sir.
Independent now.
Yeah.
Would you ever, if the opportunity presented itself again, would you ever sign again, or what headspace are you in like this year being independent for a while?
I would probably stay independent today, but I think I enjoy doing it myself. Like I like the team, I like working with my people, and giving opportunities to up and coming people who need opportunities. But if a label presented itself with a good opportunity and we could work, I'm not down to partner up, and definitely because I own my brand. So any brand we put a brand next to, as you would know, then that's just part of our resume. It don't really make or break us, you know what I'm saying? So it's all love. And plus, I got albums for days, so they definitely could take one or two of those, you know what I'm saying? Break bread.
Right. You know what I was saying? I meant to ask this at the beginning of the interview, but I forgot as we kept talking. But you mentioned how, like, the beginning of the pandemic, like, and all the underground artists started dropping multiple albums. Do you think that's what kind of began the whole now, like, the trend of, like, people dropping that many projects a year was during that time? Because now you see it with, like, everybody in the sense of, like, underground artists. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like a Griselda artist, yourself, so on and so forth. Do you think, like, that's kind of when that trend first started again?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I had seen the owner of Spotify did a speech, I think right before the pandemic, twin, and that's what his speech was focused on artists driving the music industry, and that artists putting out albums and then disappearing for a year or two. That can't happen no more. You know, you have your Beyoncés and Kendrick, staple like artists, they staples already. You know what I'm saying? They were in the they were there from, hard to digital when everybody started transitioning. They gonna last. So at the end of the day, if you trying to break right now, you're gonna have to provide the algorithm with a lot of content. Mm-hmm. As you would know, you can't just like shoot a music video and then you good. Like, nah, you're gonna have to, like, YouTube is an actual platform. Spotify, Apple, those are actual platforms. So your music has to be generated on those platforms consistently. YouTube has to be generated consistently. Your IG, TikTok is becoming a musical platform as well. You know what I'm saying? So, or it is a musical platform. So you have to be active on TikTok and provide them content. So he was just explaining it, and when I heard it, I understood what he meant. Because when I was in the studio, I was talking to some elder statesmen, and I had told them I had 6 EPs ready to go, and they were like, "You crazy? Like, why would you drop that much music? Like, you're gonna, saturate yourself." But like you said, it was around the time right before the pandemic. So vinyl, I was selling vinyl in 2016. You know what I'm saying? So like the same time Griselda started selling vinyl, a company reached out to me at the same time. So shout out to Tough Kong. I was linked up with Tough Kong early on. Shout out to V Dawn and everybody that was rocking in the beginning. And we were doing the vinyl, twin. So my whole idea was, now we got hard copies. I'm going crazy. Like we could get vinyl. I'm gonna drop mad albums and just have vinyl, twin. Like, who doesn't want that? Right. And from where I'm from, in my I hate to say that, it's like trying to get that out of my vocabulary where I'm from, but how I was raised in my neighborhood, nobody, like, there's no vinyl. Nobody really makes vinyl. There's no artist that got a vinyl. You know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. So I wanted to be able to get out to my neighborhood as like a trophy and stuff. People could actually hold it. My family could hold it. So I was like, we gonna go crazy. We gonna flood the market. And like I said, the CEO of Spotify said you can't survive as an artist no more not being consistently dropping music. It has to be your job. Mm-hmm. It has to be something you putting in time and effort into. And I took heed to that.
Yeah, I think, with vinyl and physical media too, like, I think of how I had like Starker and YL up here, and they were talking about how one of them is releasing an album only on vinyl that you could buy. Yeah, because there's so many avenues, there's albums that you actually don't have to put on digital. You could just release through vinyl. And people will buy it too. People will buy it, and you could raise the price, the margin for it. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey started that, I guess, with the $100 CDs. You know what I'm saying? So that let everybody into the idea of understanding that you able to charge what you like if you have an organic fan base, and if it's something that's worth that, if it's particular, if it's a la carte. You know what I'm saying? If that's a one-off, then you good. But the rest of the stuff, independent artists can't forget to attack the streaming sites as well. You know what I'm saying? It has to be about DSPs, and because that's the age we in, and that's where everybody's at. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what's next for you after this? What we working on? What's going on? Hey, I got an album dropping next month with a producer by the name of Spanish Ran out of the Bronx, New York. I think I saw you tweet about that too. Yeah, we've been cleaning it up. Actually, we just started recording another one. Shout out to Spanish Ran. Shout out Spanish Ran. I'm back in the lab with Static.
getting some beats and stuff, working with Static. I have an album coming out next month, man. So I don't want to get ahead of it. I want everybody to go get that. I have an album that came out last year as well, since we're in the new year. Blood on the Bills.
Blood on the Bills out now,
You know what I'm saying? Blood on the Bills out right now. Shout out to Finn. And my merch is always hitting. You can hit me on the website, at my IG or anywhere, and just cop some merch, show some love.
Word, man. Well, look, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me, twin. I'm so grateful, for real. Word.
Of course, man. Pleasure. Make sure you go check out the 3 projects he dropped last year. New project out soon. Freestyle out now, so go check that out, run that up. Before we get out of here, let the people know they can follow you. Anything else you want to let the fans know, now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
All right, y'all. It's the kid, UFO Fev. You can follow me on all social media at UFO FEV. And just cop some merch. Keep supporting the High Enterprise. Shout out to y'all for having me on the radar. We here. We tapped in.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me do this on camera. I got something for you, Gabe. I didn't want to come empty-handed, man. So I brought you a piece of merch, right? But it ain't just any merch. This is limited. Nobody really got this right here. I've only made a few of these. We got something in common. We represent the island on the mainland. So it's only right I give you that Don Pedro, that Albizu Campos.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm
fire.
saying? That's limited. Tough. This is the Clemente colorway too. This is the Roberto Clemente colorway. I only made a few of these, so it's for you, man.
Oh man, this means a lot to me,
how
man.
we rock.
That's fire.
Almost forgot about that. Word.
Make sure you go cop some merch, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, love is free, support is free. The merch ain't free, but you should go buy some anyway, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my Puerto Rican brother in the building, UFO Fev. My guy, love. Fire. This is tough.